See, I apologize. There we go. Thank you, Lee, for your patience. Lee Povey's in the house. And the at Lee Povey, and I think this is it. There he is. Hey, Lee, thanks for your patience.
Hey, David, lovely to join you. Beautiful backdrop there.
But yeah, great backdrop. Hours of delays today, so I appreciate you being adaptable and flexible. And you're launching something that's really important to me, and it's a high achievers leadership group for men. You're launching it in the Fearless brand with LESS. And I think understanding and utilizing fear, no matter what level you are, but especially as a high achiever, a high net wealth individual, a highly actualizing person, fear, it can build on you. And the more you build, the more it can build on you. What are some of the things that you're going to teach in 2023 to, one, identify fear, which I think is a big component of what you do, and then utilize it in the appropriate manner?
Yeah, I love the group setting for men. I've been running groups for 20 odd years now. And what I find is when men sit in a group, in a small group with 6, 7, 8 other guys, and we just get listened to when you share what's going on for you, all of a sudden that guard can drop. Because from young boys, men are taught, don't be afraid, don't be a pussy, don't be weak. We see so much of that messaging for young boys. And young boys and young girls, when you look at them when they're very young, they have very similar emotional responses. Men and women don't have different emotional responses, but we treat them differently as children, and we train that out of them. And like most men, I was very sporty. I was an elite athlete myself, and I just got that message all the time. Don't be weak, suck up things. Then you're trying to play through injuries and you can't perform. And it's because you just can't be honest. And I've seen myself, the more vulnerable I've been as a man, the more people can connect with me. I can drop my own guard. I don't need to be perfect. I don't need to have all of the answers. And when you sit in a group like that, where instead of men trying to fix you, they're just listening to you, and then they reflect what they're hearing and help you actually teach yourself, it's an incredibly powerful dynamic. And then the other thing that we work on a lot in these groups is just simple skill things like, how do you communicate with others? Are you communicating in an effective way? Are you even seeing other people's bids for communication and connection, or are you ignoring them? And then the impact that has on your leadership and how people perceive you.
And beyond that too, one of the things I found, especially with athletes like yourself, having a more scarce or competitive nature, is beyond the radical humility that it takes to be vulnerable. There's also the competitive side of that, somehow that if I am less than, then I'm giving up something. And so you don't ask for help. And I see that with many men that I coach, that even if they're vulnerable, they only go to the extent of illuminating some of the personal issues, but they are not open to receiving help. What are some of the things in that group setting that help let competitive people let down their guard and realize that true humility is asking for help as much as giving help?
I think it's the opportunity to be heard, probably most of them for the first time in their life, without somebody trying to fix them. Because the other people in the group, they're there to support you. They're not there to fix you. Everybody else has, especially if you're a high achiever, the people around you have a vested interest, right? They want you to do well because they want some of your money, or they want to stand next to you and get some of your fame or some of that sparkliness to rub off. And when you're just in the setting where people generally they want to be there for you and your best, not what they can get from you, it's a huge change. And I love what you said about being able to receive and being open. I learned that lesson very painfully myself. I crashed in a cycling race 2010 and broke every bone in my shoulder. And it was the first time in my life, instead of me being the hero for everybody else, I was the vulnerable one. I renegotiated nearly all of my friendships because I realized when I was vulnerable, people didn't know what to do about it. They didn't even realize I was vulnerable. They didn't realize I was asking for help. And that was because I didn't know how to. So that taught me this massive lesson about how to ask for help and be able to receive it. You know, especially being British, that kind of stiff upper lip, and you know, it's like, oh, I'm okay, don't worry about me. And I learned to ask for help. And actually, what I learned from the process is people love to help other people. There's nothing more empowering than asking somebody for help, because what you're saying to them is, you're valuable and I value you and your support. And it's completely changed the way I am. And I think that's why my groups are so effective, because I come to the groups and I don't say I have all the answers. I come and say, here's my experience, here's what I've learned as a man. And most of what I've learned is from failure. I'm on my 4th career now. I started as a real estate agent, was very successful, but deeply unhappy. Then I was an elite cycling coach, and now I'm a leadership coach. And each one I've learned more about myself, and I'm moving towards that true purpose of being of service to others and realizing I don't need to be the star. I'm the person that supports others being the best versions of themselves. And I believe I have a gift to see that for you. And then my job is to help you see it for yourself, like what you're truly capable of. And I love that's what, you know, I love that is what you do in your work, David. I think you're exceptionally gifted at seeing other people's abilities. Just hearing Alex and what you've done with him, it sounds like that's exactly what you've done. You spotted the guy's talent and then you support him in realizing his own talent. And that's a real gift.
And you have the same gift as well. And I think it's taking people from this, especially as men, from a zero-sum game,
Yeah.
where we're winners and losers,
Yeah.
to both being winners in a value-add game, which you so eloquently described. Just to finish up, because I think your groups are extraordinary, and launching the High Achiever Fearless group, what's the structure of the group? So if people want to join for 2023, you know, how does the group work and interact with each other?
Yeah, lovely. Great question. Thank you, buddy. So it's 12 sessions over 6 months. So 2 sessions a month, then 90-minute sessions. We turn up, there's a check-in. What we do is we get guys using their emotional language. So they start to really feel connection between their cognitive, their body, and what's going on for them. You know, I can get away with that because I'm a blokey bloke, right? So I'm an international coach, ex-sportsman. I'm not some woo-woo tree hugger. So I teach guys that their emotions are just data. So we use fear, anger, joy, and sadness. And those emotions teach us about our experience in the world. There's a WhatsApp chat that the guys use in between, and often these men become friends and they meet each other, you know, off of our Zoom calls. They meet each other in real life. We do connections, we'll meet up. I do a men's group connection once a year, like a retreat as well, that they can come and join. It's just such a powerful process to find other men. I'm sure you know this. Many men are lonely. And the higher achiever you are, the more lonely you're actually likely to be, which is why suicide rates for men in their 50s is climbing like dramatically. And I want to be part of the solution for that. I want to get guys in contact with each other that can support each other, and in a way where they feel challenged. You know, you're going to come to this group. One of my guys described me as somebody who lovingly calls the bullshit in such a way that you don't get offended, but you know that there's a better way to be and you don't have to carry on. I'm definitely going to challenge you. I'm not a soft person to work with. I'm incredibly loving. You're going to find a lot of support and a lot of camaraderie, and you're going to get challenged to be the best version of yourself. And that's what people come to me for. They really want to like figure out what fulfillment is, what great leadership is, what being a great father and partner and friend is. And they want to do that with a group of other men.
Yeah, that's a fine balance and a gift as well, to be able to, you know, give somebody a jab and not have them be hurt by it, but have them stand up taller and prouder. MaximizePotentialCoaching.com, is that the best place people can sign up for the group?
Yeah, so MaximizeYourPotentialCoaching.com. We have a page on there. If you go under our service offerings, reach out to me, message me here on Instagram, Google me, you'll find me, Lee Povey, all over the internet. So yeah, come find me.
I love it, Lee. Thanks for doing the work you're doing. You are saving lives, and you're an inspiration to me as well. Let's do more together. I appreciate you. Keep up with great work. Have a great end of the year.
Thank you. You too, buddy. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Lee. Thanks for your patience and flexibility. It's so nice of people. You know, they're coming on here for free to help everyone, and it's so nice to know when, you know, planes get delayed, et cetera, and, you know, I got to suffer with this stuff behind me today, and they're there for me to support me here on Miracle Monday. If you don't think your life's a miracle, then reach out. Reach out to me, reach out to Lee, reach out to Alex, but reach out. Reach out and ask for help. Your life is a miracle. It's Miracle Monday. There's miracles dropping every single minute. I promise you. If you want to join our group or Lee's group, email me, david@dmeltzer.com. I got office hours on Monday for everyone now available. Join us. We're all here to help each other. I'm creating a community of sponsors and power sponsors. People that can help you, people that know people can help you. All you got to do is ask for help. You're right, Keaton, Blaine, everybody that's joined us today. David@dmeltzer.com. I am going to be here tomorrow. We got Ask Me Anything at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So come on Clubhouse, ask me anything. We'll do the questions there. I wasn't able to get to the questions today. David@dmeltzer.com. Join me at 3 p.m. on Clubhouse. Please, everyone, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. We'll see you later today. Thanks.